on 94th birth anniversary of our patron Dr. J.J. Magdum, late Mrs. Hafsabai Jaypal Magdum has organized a activity for the students which is interviewing a successful person. My name is Shamni Mahesh Mari and today I am going to interview a personality which really inspires me. He is the CEO of Server Computer Institute, Gadinglas. His institute is one of the most popular institutes in our district as well as in the South Maharashtra. Under the scheme of Pradhan Mantri Kaushalya Vikas Yojana, he has been running various skill development courses in various sectors like electronics, ITs, April, management, etc. So today it's our pleasure to have Mr. Ramesh Karamikar sir with us. I would like to welcome him on behalf of our school and management.
Thank you. Thank you for this interview.
So let's start with our interview. My first question is to you is, every child has its very memorable memories from his childhood. So what do you have regarding your childhood to share with us?
Thank you for this question. I would like to share some childhood experiences with you. Actually, I am from joint family. I have completed my education in a rural area from the village place. The school name was primary school. It has no specific name. But we studied so many subjects. We used to go for the trips into the nearby places to enjoy the holidays, as well as in a summer vacation, as well as in a Diwali vacation. We used to go to the home of my mother's home, where we enjoyed a lot. We used to spend a lot of time with my friends. Some different friends were there, as well as from where I belong, that is Puttur. There were also the too many friends. We used to play so many typical games which nowadays do not play by the students. After the 4th standard, we entered into the different school for the higher education, that is from the 5th to 10th standard. It has unique identity of that school. I was normal into the school, but by the inspiration of the too many peoples, too many teachers, we inspired and we are started to do something different in the schoolhood, taking the part into some other activities like making the stage shows, singing competition, essay writing, speech competition. We participated into so many things. Early days, we didn't have the television set in early days. That time, they used to show the information onto the big screens, that is with the projector system. Such a kind of a projection system was there in our school only, and hence we used to go to see such a kind of movies specifically designed for the students like us. So many inspirational teachers were there to give us so many inspirational things, so many idealistic thoughts were we studied from our school, because the school is very well known in our area, and by that school we get identified in college level also.
After listening to your childhood, I want to ask my next question, that what were the difficulties did you face in those times and how did you manage to overcome them?
When I completed my higher education, that is 10th standard, there was no college in our village. So we taken the admission for the higher education, means for the first year of the junior college in the Gadingar, which is 12 kilometers away from our city. And meanwhile, so many economical problems were started to occur at our family. Family problem means it was a joint family, but the relatives means elder kaka and other peoples, they get some disputes in between of them. So my father was one of them family member, and we could not sort out it. But the economical pressure was started on my head, and I was elder in my family. There were I have one sister as well as one younger brother to me, and my mother was there. She was not enough cooperating to me. So when I comes to know that I need to take some responsibility of my family, I started to do some small kind of work to get money to cope up with all problems which I am going to face, like make out the pass, taking the traveling to the one place to another, Gadingas, need to attend the college, need to pay the fees of the schools and colleges. I spent a lot of time in it to make money also, and by sparing out some time I used to make the study. But in that period I became a bit mature, and so I focused on my study more than the problem which I was facing in my real life, and I overcome from the such a kind of a situations. So when I started to do the good kind of a study, I found the good kind of confidence in myself.
So I would like to ask you one question. I was very curious that is that your childhood dream to become a businessman only, or it was a different profession that you wanted to be?
Actually, our family members were doing a business. Grocery shop was there, clothes shop was there, and we were bit known, famous with the businessman. So that kind of a surrounding was there. But suddenly, when I comes to know that our business get lost, and so many economic problems were there happening, and by that impact, our family get disturbed. We were in joint family, that is also get divided just because of the impact of this business loss. So later, our family members become educational people. One of the ideal family member at my home, who is my cousin, he was doing study in a BCom. After completion of his graduation, he struggled and he got a job in the Bank of Maharashtra as an officer, and he got a very good kind of job. Another person means another uncle's son was there, he also got a job. Then usually our family members used to tell that it is a good one, you don't have need to bother about going to somewhere, doing business, investing some money and taking the risk. Likewise, you don't have need to worry. Automatically you just go there, you just do ideal business, ideal work, you do work and get back to the home. You can get some relaxedness into the vacation period. You can make out the time as per your requirement. Life was there. But why my mental was not enough happy with this system. I was thinking to do a business. Because from the childhood, I was doing such a kind of a very small businesses. So making the money, what kind of things I can do, I struggled to do so. But it was not enough scope was there by the all dimensions, so I couldn't do. But I thought to become a businessman. But later, by the economic pressure and the situation surrounding me, I thought to become a job doing person. But later, I tried to do it, but unfortunately, I couldn't get the job also.
As you said that you belong to a family which has the background of business, and after trying so hard you didn't manage to get a job, then what did you decided to do next?
Actually, two ideal peoples were there in my family who were got a job and they did the job also. But I am basically from the business background. It was inspired. So many other relatives were there also who got a very strong success into the business. But unfortunately, I tried to become a job seeker. But unfortunately, after doing a lot of efforts by giving some competitive examination, I failed to get a job. When I comes to know that I couldn't spend the money, I cannot spend a lot of time to searching a job, then I thought to become a job seeker. For that purpose also, I need to have a skill, I need to have make the good investment. So I thought that it is better to start very small job to get some money from any institution or from somewhere by getting skills, and then I entered into the business as a job doing person, and then I found the business skills and things which are required to start a new business.
So what kind of business you do now, and how did you start it off? Why did you decide to do in this sector only?
Actually, when I was working with one computer training center where I was doing a job for a certain time, I come to know that our owner, he was not enough focusing on to the developing of his business. But I was trying to do so. But due to some personal issues, I couldn't start my business. But taking the partnership with some of my friends, I started to do this business. My friends, so many friends were there. One of my best friend was there. He suggested me to do such a kind of a new business opportunity, which is derived by the government of India as well as government of Maharashtra. Some skill developing programs were there. We have to provide the education to the students, to the people, those who are from the poor background, as well as those who have completed their graduation or their education, but still not they are getting the job. Those who are the job seeker, those who want to do a job, but they are not enough confident, enough qualification to secure government job or the semi-government job, to then enrich their skills and provide them the job. Such a kind of a facility was provided by the government of Maharashtra as well as the government of India under the name of the Skill Development Program, which was running since 2014 under the National Skill Development Program. And we are entered into that business from that years, and yes, right now we are confidently working into that sector.
Now I want to ask you that what is the process of your business? What you actually do in your institute?
Actually, now we have provided one required setup, which is government defined setup. Means what job role we are providing. Accordingly, we will have to provide the infrastructure. Like the classroom is required, laboratory is required, certain kind of a trainer is required. They undergo the certain kind of a training. They need to seek the certificate for it. That is called the trainer certification. That is called also TOT certificate. After all those big process, almost it is a government institution like schools or college. We need to provide all that setup in a certain place with the GPS methodology. After providing all those things, we'll have to provide the education to the students, to whom those who are the jobless, those who are the completed the education, but they are not able to get a job, but they want to do a job. To them, we need to provide the education. Government give us the such a kind of a quota to do the training of this much number of students, either girls or the boys. We need to find them. That the process is called as a mobilization. After mobilization, we'll have to call them at our center. We need to give the information detail of the process, what kind of training you will get, after training what you will get, how that examination is, and after training what kind of job we are providing you to do. Likewise, we'll have to give the detail. It is called the counseling. After satisfied counseling, if the students are ready, if the students are happy, and if they want to join, we'll call them at our center to fill the form. We take the required documents like the Aadhaar card, photos, bank passbook, and other relevant documents from them. We take the consent of them also, and then we enter into the specific kind of portal. There are some standard information portal. We'll have to fill that information. After filling the information of all the students' information onto the portal, government gives us the permission to start the batch. There is one certain kind of process. We have to submit the batch. Then government will take into consideration that submitted batch. We give the number, specific number to start the batch. By the government, we'll have to consider it as a PBN number. Then after getting that number, we used to start the training in a specific manner, in a stipulated format, in a given time. Meanwhile, while delivering the such education, inspection takes place. So many senior people comes to visit to center, or as well as new methodology of continuous monitoring. It is also happens. We'll have to provide all that system. When the student come at our center, whether he is present on that day or no, it is checked by mechanical process that is called the Aadhaar enabled biometric attendance system. It was installed there. Automatically, when student gets entered into the class, he has to make thumb impression onto that device. So students get entered into that class on that day. Automatically, it reflected onto the portal. So such a kind of a training we'll have to do. After certain presenting, means 70% is the minimum criteria to qualify the students for the examination. After successful completion of this minimum criteria of presenting, student's data can be sent to the examination body. Examination body, when it comes at our center, the certain kind of a assessor, means the person who takes the examination, it comes to our at center. The process of examination is defined by him, which we have already given. Some practical, some theory examination, it may happen over there. It is depend on the government define the format, why. And after completion of that criteria, if the examination get satisfied, and if the answers given by the students are satisfied, then the student get passed. But the passing result has to reflect onto the portal whether the student get passed or no. It happens onto the portal. And after the completion of the pass student, we'll have to send the data. We'll have to consider the students from this pass criteria. We'll have to place them for a job where they want to do. We provide the job, we search the job wherever it is available and we place them on. Government is defined some kind of a boundaries to do a job to get a salary over there. As per the government norm, we provide them such a kind of a job and we get the offer letter from them. As this kind of a job is we have, this is the time and so many offer, it is called as exact offer letter. We'll have to submit that offer letter to the government that as per the given condition by you, how many number of students admitted, how many number of students passed that examination and this much number of students get the job. And after successful completion of 1 month, we'll have to submit the salary slip which they get as a salary over there. We'll have to submit as a proof that what government is defined us to do the part of a job, we did it. And this is the actual process. After subsequent 6 months he has to do the job, then only we'll have to qualify, we'll have to submit the report to the government. And then government disperse the required amount as a training provided to them, to us.
While doing business, every businessman faces some problems while running his business. Then what were the difficulties did you face in running this business and how did you manage to overcome them?
Actually, this scheme is launched by the government of India. Actually, so many restrictions are then defined by the government to the training centers, means the we people. But the students who come to our center, they are not restricted. They can join. Sometimes if they are not feel the course contents are not enough good or the infrastructure is not good or by any other reason, they can let the course in between any time. So it may get impact on our business. Imagine that there are 30 number of students and suddenly automatically by the any means the 15 students get left. It can make the impact. We cannot edit, we cannot modify, we cannot add the new students in. So automatically the 15 students impact can be do the loss on our business. So we right now to cope up this problem, we are taking some undertakings from the students. Once you join, you cannot leave until the completion of successful course.
After listening to you, you have much to do in your life. So what routine you have to follow to make all things in routine?
As a head of the institution, we need to pay attention to each and everything because monitoring system, mechanical monitoring system is applied by the government. So we need to pay attention towards each and every students is coming or no in time, as well as the trainers which are giving the training, whether they are coming it on in time or no. Electricity failure, the students should not get any kind of a problem during the training period. We'll have to see if the student is not attending the class, what is the reason behind it, whether he is not attending the class. We'll have to face. If he is not coming, we'll have to go to his home to check whether what he is telling is it true or no, as well as the new guidelines which are going to come to implement to the batches. We'll have to pay attention to it, as well as we'll have to check everyday portal. So many decisions taken by the government, but we comes to know only by checking the mail. So usually we'll have to check the mail 3 to 4 times every day, as well as there are the too many portals where we'll have to submit our work daily, and we'll have to check all that things properly.
My next question is to you that where do you see your business after 10 years?
Actually, any kind of a business when you start, it has the two sides. It can be developing mode or it can be losing mode. The way in which we are doing business and considering the Indian economy, we are thinking that our education is going to a bigger. It is a very good kind of a stream is going to become. New methodologies, new streams are going to be implemented by the government of India, and we were not enough confident. But now, by taking this 6 to 7 years experience of doing this business, we are now super confident about developing this business. And hereafter we can not only run the single center, too many training centers we can run and can develop the enrichment of the society.
As you are running your business since so many years, what qualities a businessman should have? What do you think about this?
Actually, what type of business you are doing, it depends on it. If you are doing the business which I am running, In it, I need to have a good personality. I need to maintain the good communication skill. I need to pay attention to too many things. Means multi-dimensional, multitasking personality I have to maintain. As well as I need to keep myself cool because so many things can be happen that I don't expect. But it happens. At that time, I need to control myself. I need to manage. I need to respect to the too many people, regardless their age, the personality, the language barriers, the age, and so many factors. I need to be honest with my business.
After listening to your qualities, I'm curious that who is your role model and whom do you look up to?
Actually, there were the too many role models in my life. Maximum teachers were there, those who were given the knowledge to me in the college. But thereafter, as well as two people from my family also, they are the role model to become a good person. But now the business which I am doing is the skill business. There is one of my best friend is there. He is my role model, who is motivating me, who helping me, who is doing so many work which are very important for me. But he is my role model.
As you are a successful person now, how will you define success? What is success in your opinion?
Actually, when I started this business, I was a very, very unknowing person. But now, just because of my business, I'm too much famous. I get certain identity. So I love my business. So dedication towards business and getting happiness after end of the day, every day. If you feel yourself very happy, the day which you spend is a good one. And if you get very good sleep, that is called the success. Nowadays, the definition of success is changing depending on the views towards the life.
As you have come a long way with your business, if you get a chance to go back in the past and change and think about your business, then what would it be?
Actually, I am too happy with my business on which the position I am. But if I could change something, I could do the another business or the different kind of a new business in my right now business stream. Unfortunately, it is not possible me to go back. Otherwise, I could do.
It was very a nice experience having you here. I have learned many things from you, and I would like to wish you for your ahead journey.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. And I would like to appreciate the efforts taken by the schools to taking such a kind of interviews by such a kind of students. I encountered this is such a kind of interview in my life first time, and I appreciate the efforts taken by the schools. It is a very good activity, and best compliments to your school.